Yes, hello everyone. So today's segment is intestine. Today's segment is intestine. So intestine majorly divided into two parts: small intestine and large intestine. So it has two parts. It has two parts. Number one is small intestine అంటే చిన్న ప్రేగు అన్నమాట. Small intestine. And the second one is large intestine. Small intestine and large intestine. So today we will discuss about small intestine. What is that? Small intestine. Okay, I will draw a small diagram about intestine. So this is esophagus and the stomach. Okay. So in small intestine, almost it's the longest part of alimentary canal. Small intestine is a longest part of alimentary canal. Longest part of alimentary canal. Okay, it lasts about almost 6 meters or 20 feet in length. 6 meters or 20 feet in length. In that, it is divided into three parts. There are three parts. Okay na? So proximal part of small intestine is called as duodenum. Okay na? And middle part is jejunum, and the distal part is ileum. So duodenum approximately 20 to 25 centimeters in length only, but jejunum 8 feet in length, and ileum 12 feet in length. Okay na? It's the longest part of small intestine. Small intestine is the longest part of alimentary canal. Okay na? Almost అన్నిటికంటే పెద్ద పార్ట్ ఏంటంటే ఇలియం గానే చెప్పుకుంటారు అన్నమాట. Is that clear? Okay na? Here, so after stomach, అంటే the small intestine extends in between the stomach and also cecum. This part is cecum. cecum, and this is appendix, and the U-shaped structure is duodenum. In the proximal part of small intestine, duodenum, and middle part is jejunum, and the distal part is ileum. Distal part is ileum. Okay na? So these are the major parts, and it lies in between the here the opening of cecum. It is ileocecal fossa, that is ileocecal fossa, and this sphincter is called as pyloric sphincter. This sphincter is called as pyloric sphincter. Why? Because the posterior stomach is called as pyloric stomach. Pyloric stomach. And this is pyloric sphincter. Pyloric sphincter. Pyloric sphincter. So it lies in between the pyloric sphincter and the ileocecal sphincter. Here also one sphincter is present. This is the cecum, this is the ileum. Distal part of the ileum opens into the short rounded part is called as cecum. So in between these there is a sphincter. So that is called as ileocecal sphincter. So totally 20 feet in length. Totally 20 feet in length approximately. Okay na? So there are three parts in the small intestine. Proximal part of small intestine is called as duodenum, and the middle part is jejunum. So duodenum is a short and curved part. Short and curved part. Okay na? And non-coiled. And the duodenum is the non-coiled. Completely it is a non-coiled part. Okay na? And jejunum and ileum is the highly coiled part, and the longest part of small intestine is called as ileum. Longest part of is called as ileum. So this is the basic information of small intestine, but we will discuss about anatomy and the TS of intestine. Now we will discuss about TS of intestine. Okay. So alimentary canal almost made up of there are four layers. Outer serosa or parietal peritoneal membrane. It is followed by muscular layer, and after muscular layer submucosal layer, and the innermost layer is called as mucosal layer. There are four layers. Okay na? TS of small intestine. TS of small intestine. TS of small intestine. Okay. So it is composed of four layers. For example, so this is the outermost layer. This is the outermost layer. So the outermost layer is composed of epithelial membrane. It is called as serous layer. Okay. Serous layer, or otherwise known as parietal layer. So and it is followed by the muscular layer. In the muscular layer, it has two sub-layers. And the outermost layer is called as longitudinal muscle. There are longitudinal muscles. The longitudinal muscles are followed by circular muscles. Here that circular muscles. Okay na? And this is muscular layer. So serous layer is called as outermost layer. It is the outermost layer. Serous layer is outermost layer. It is followed by the muscular layer. Muscular layer is followed by the submucosal layer. What is that? Submucosal layer. And the submucosal layer is composed of areolar connective tissue and dense regular connective tissue. So this is submucosa layer. submucosa layer. Okay, and the innermost layer is called as mucosal layer. So the innermost mucosal layer is lined by the epithelial layer and has a finger like projections like this as a finger like projections. Some more deep. So these finger like projections are called as villi. These finger like projections are called as villi, and the single projection is called as villus. And the multiple projections are called as villi. Okay na? This is villi. Okay na? And this layer is called as mucosa layer. Okay, so the mucosa layer has brush border cells. These are the brush border cells. So these brush border cells are called as microvilli. These brush border cells are called as microvilli. These brush border cells are called as microvilli. That means villi has brush border. So that is called as microvilli. What is that? Microvilli. Okay. So in that, the deeper region of the microvilli has a different cells. That means which are glandular cells actually. So these glandular cells are called as crypts of Leberkun. What is that? Crypts of Leberkun cells. Here there are different types of cells. These, and actually it is a tubular part. Crypts of Leberkun is a tubular part. Okay, so this is crypts of Leberkun. And one more intestinal gland is present. So that is called as Brenner's gland. What is that? This is Brenner's gland. Okay. So Brenner's gland, it is only confined to the duodenum only. So the Brenner's gland only confined to duodenum. అంటే ఇది డియోడినానికి మాత్రమే చెందినటువంటిది నాన్న బ్రెన్నర్స్ గ్లాండ్స్ అనేటువంటి. Only it is confined to the duodenum and it is directly opens into the tubular part through a duct and the Brenner glands only confined to the duodenum, and these are the crypts of Leberkun. Okay, and the crypts of Leberkun and Brenner glands are secretes or digestive secretions which are collectively called as intestinal juice or otherwise known as succus entericus. What is that? Succus entericus. Ante the secretion of crypts of Leberkun and also Brenner glands. Okay na? Here the secretion of Brenner's gland and also crypts of Leberkun is called as intestinal juice. What is that? Intestinal juice or otherwise known as succus entericus. Okay na? Succus entericus. Okay na? So this is the mucosa. Ante the Brenner glands are present in the submucosal layer only. The Brenner glands are present in the submucosal layers, and the crypts of Leberkuhn are present in the mucosal layer. And the Brenner glands are confined to the duodenum. And one more thing, intestinal tonsils. What is that? Intestinal tonsils are pairs of patches under. So here the intestinal tonsils, and which are known otherwise known as pairs of patches. So these are pairs of patches. Pairs of patches, or otherwise known as intestinal tonsils. Intestinal tonsils are otherwise known as pairs of patches, are present in ileum part only, and which are confined to the ileum. Okay na? So here, which are confined to ileum part only. Which are confined to ileum part only. Brenner glands are confined to duodenum only, and the pairs of patches are confined to ileum only. So what is the function of pairs of patches? Which are involved in the production of B lymphocytes. Which are involved in the production of B lymphocytes, and that means ultimately which provides the immunity. Okay na? Major, and which play a major role in the defense mechanism, and antibodies production, and B lymphocytes are produces the antibodies, ultimately which provides the immune system. That is the work of pairs of patches, or otherwise known as intestinal tonsils, which are confined to ileum part only. That means distal part of the small intestine, or the posterior part of the small intestine, or terminal part of the small intestine. Okay na? This is what exactly. And now, what are the cells are present in the crypts of Leberkuhn and their secretions? Cells and their secretions of crypts of Leberkuhn. Okay na? ఇది అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటున్నాను మీకైతే క్లియర్ గా. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ పార్ట్ ఇస్ cells of crypts of Leberkuhn. And also composition of intestinal juice, or otherwise known as succus entericus. So now cells of crypts of Leberkuhn. It is one of intestinal gland. It's one of intestinal gland. It contains goblet cells which secretes the mucus always, and secretes mucus. And Paneth cells secretes enzymes. మళ్ళీ పక్కన రాపిస్తాను కాంపోజిషన్ ఏ ఎంజైమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అన్నట్టు. ఓకేనా? అండ్ ఆల్సో ఎంటిరోక్రోమాటిన్ ఆర్ ఎంటిరోక్రోమాఫిన్ లేదా ఎంటిరోక్రోమాఫిన్ cells, and also argentophin cells. Secretes hormones, which secretes hormones. Argentophin cells and enterochromaffin cells secretes the hormones. Okay na? And also basal cells, too. Okay na? Basal cells. So these basal cells actually which regenerates the other cells when they are died. Okay na? Which regenerates the other cells. ఓకేనా. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద యాక్చువల్లీ goblet cells, Paneth cells, enterochromaffin cells and argentophin cells and basal cells. Now composition of intestinal juice. What is that? Composition of intestinal juice. Composition of intestinal juice. Composition of intestinal juice are otherwise known as succus entericus. Are otherwise known as succus entericus. So obviously here mucus is there. Mucus is there, and also enterokinase. So it is an activator. It activates the universal enzyme, that is trypsinogen. So that's why it activator. So activator means it activates the trypsinogen enzyme. Enterokinase. And also dipeptidase. అంటే dipeptidase act on the dipeptides and aminopeptidase act on the aminopeptides and maltase. What is that? Maltase. Okay, so maltase and lactase. So these are alpha glycosidase enzymes. These are known as alpha glycosidase, otherwise known as alpha glycosidase. And sucrase are otherwise known as invertase. Sucrase are otherwise known as invertase. And also other enzymes, nucleotidase and nucleosidase. Nucleotidase act on the nucleotides and the nucleosidase act on the nucleosides. And okay, and the pH of succus entericus is 8.3. That is 8.3. What is the pH of intestinal juice? 8.3. Almost it is a alkaline pH. 7 is the neutral pH. Below 7 acidic pH. Okay na? So this is about complete information of small intestine. Okay na? And the next video we will discuss about large intestine. Okay na? Thank you one and all. Bye bye.